morning. It's May the 5th here in the far north food forest, and we'll just have a bit of an update on how things are growing. And looks like Weasley's come to join us. You can see most of the trees and hedges are out now. The sycamores slowly come in one by one. We finally seem to have some sort of a relationship there, the trees. The one at the end there that's not quite out will stay out that little bit longer at the other end. Okay, so yeah, some three-cornered leeks down there. See, the bamboo is growing quite well. Not usually recommended on the far north of Scotland, but it does grow quite well now, having had the protection early on in its life. You can see we're covered with this garlic mustard. And here we have lots of sweet cicely growing. And this is one of the first rooms you can see that we have willow on the outside there, just protecting it from the worst of the wind. And inside here, mostly roses, along with these blueberries, and some blackcurrants that grow along here. Little pond that is used as much as a rescue area for plants as it is for a pond, but it has a lot of pondweed in there, so it seems to be working well as a pond as well. Don't mind the dandelions in here, we can use those for sure. Dogwood hedge. Plenty of comfort along here, various varieties. The garden then breaks off into another part of the garden. Over here, there's a lot of herbs in that particular area. We'll have a look at that a little bit later. And that is the west side you're looking at now, where we get the majority of the wind. So plenty of salmonberries out, more garlic mustard as you can see, nettles. Now this was a tree that we moved last year, or during the winter time, and it's not looking 100%, I wouldn't expect it to, but it has into flower and leaf, so we'll keep an eye on that. Blackcurrants that line most of the paths. Spirea. There's a cherry there, your wild cherry, and then the older trees, which are quite late usually in coming out there, right there. And then forest sort of breaks out into another room, if you like, where we have all the gooseberries. Well, not all of the gooseberries, but gooseberries in various places, but this is a big patch of gooseberries, and then lined by various trees. We have some golden willow just right next to them, and beyond that older trees, poplar tree, silver birch, and there's some summerberries, dogwood over there you may be able to see. And then we're into this area where the raised beds are. Blackcurrants there you can see. This is a hazelnut beside me. Weasley hiding in the undergrowth there. So we give the hazel plenty of room. And the other side of it is more alders, and the alders are actually all the way along this edge. And raspberries. The hazels, you can see, just come right along the edge, inside edge of the alders there. We have some Rosa rugosa, more blackcurrants. All these blackcurrants are either now as currants themselves or flowers. A lot of action in the blackcurrants with bees this time of year. They do love the blackcurrant flowers. So more trees again within this room. Siberian purslane. Comfrey. Rebecca taking some greens for chickens that aren't actually outside of the pen. One or two outside, you can see there, the cockle's following along. He's actually outside of the pen. Our greenhouse, which we really must finish this year, or just bring down altogether. We'll do one or the other. Yeah, so these raised beds. This one is just totally being left, really, for early pollinators. I love this dead nettle balm with pink purple type flowers here. The bees love that. Got some garlic growing in there at the front. You can see. Dear bees in here, which is good. And those on the far side, you can see the yellow flowers, and we have those also over here. This is from a mixed spice, a green mustard leaf crop that we had, which we sort of left in there. And again, just look at the number of pollinators we've got in here. Quite happy to leave those here for them. And actually, if you breathe in, as I'm doing, they smell like honey. So can see why the bees and various other insects love them. So yeah, we'll leave those like that. We have some kale here which we've let go to seed, so we can use that seed later on. And we have some onions growing in there. So we go around the edge of the forest again. You can see the trees just protecting this area. A larger room than the small one that we went into earlier with the roses in. There are plenty of things growing in here. Your alders on the outside, feeding the fruit on the inside of them with their nitrogen fixing qualities and leaves. There's a pear there. You have more black currants in here, as well as white currants and red currants. Here we have a small orchard here, a young orchard. So various apple trees growing in here. Sunset, one variety. Discovery, Red Devil. And in the middle there is actually Malus fusca, which is a crab apple, which grows in damper, more swampy conditions. I think actually in Canada. That we tried out over here, and yeah, it seems to be growing. It's taken a little while to get to that stage. Along here we have more young apple trees that are growing, more salmon berries. This is a chokeberry, more young apple trees, and the rest of the raised beds there behind me. And Weasley.